Hello guys, and welcome to today's video when we're gonna be talking and unboxing this beautiful Comandate baby grinder that you see right here. Is their new color in Copper Mountain. In case you still don't know me, hi, I'm Ioana. I think I've introduced myself once before on this channel, but still, I'm Ioana. It's very nice to spend some time with you today, especially when I'm doing this. Well, if you looked closely, you probably saw that this has been already opened because guess what? I could have not helped myself and I wanted to share this moment with Douglas and Julia. But I promise I put everything back in the same order that it was before, just for you to experience it at the same time with me. Okay, so here we go. As you can see right off the bat when we open it, this is the certification, the guarantee of quality, just for you to know that you did not buy the knockoff. I didn't even know they do knockoffs of the Comandate grinders already, but apparently that is a thing. Then you have the instructions manual, both in German and in English. In case you didn't know, the Comandate grinders are produced in Germany, more specifically in Munich, and Munich is also the city that I'm currently residing in. Cool stuff. Then you have some very cute stickers. Comandate, yes. Again, right off the bat, you can see that inside the box you have the two jars. This is a polymeric one, more of a bit of a plastic one, let's say, super resistant. I have a few of those, even though I did not have the grinder up until now. They keep the coffee fresh for quite a long time. And they're super handy, especially when you're traveling or you just want to have a small dose of some very experimental, interesting coffee and you just want to try it at a later point in time. This one is the actual jar of the grinder that comes on the bottom top. That made no sense. On the bottom part of the grinder. And this one is actually made of glass. So if you own one of these or you want to own one of these, be very careful with this one, because if you drop it on the floor, there is no coming back. Cool. We have this small piece of material here that protects the main part of this whole fun thingy. I'm just gonna throw this in my bed because we don't need it right now, which is the body of the grinder, and then obviously the handle. The handle comes in this little small protection thingy right here. Very easy, very cute. And then bam, the main part of the whole thing. Comes wrapped in paper. It says Copper Mountain on it, which is the color that I bought it in. It's their newest color. It was launched right before the new variant of the grinder, which is the Trail Masters, the one that's made out of the super hard plastic that's supposed to be a lot more lightweight, especially designed for traveling and so on and so forth. I did not get that one for a very simple reason, and Julia and Douglas already know how clumsy I am. You haven't met that part of me yet, but yes. The sound of glory. And here it is. This is the main part of it. I'm just gonna do a small close-up for you, just for you to kind of see. This is the inside of it. So right here inside you would put your beans and you start grinding away, and then this one is the bottom part with the clicks that you can obviously set up to your desired click. In case you're not very familiar with Comandantes, this is how we adjust the grind sizes, by clicks. And yeah, this is pretty much what you get when you get the Comandate grinder. This one retails for around 280 euros right now. We're just gonna assemble it. So like I said, bottom jar, small click on top, and pretty much right off the bat this would be it. But obviously let's just put it to the test. Let's see how it goes. So the reason we buy hand grinders is obviously so we can grind freshly our coffee every single time we prepare coffee at home, on the way, in the office, wherever we are, on the beach, in the mountains, however you prefer, wherever you brew your coffee today. And why do we buy such expensive ones though? Like, what is the reason? Because obviously I said it's 280 euros. You just sit there and you're thinking to yourself, oh my god, I could be doing so much with that money. Well, first of all, if you're not a coffee head, you'll get there eventually. And if you don't, and you don't get into that part of buying super expensive, or not super expensive, but high quality with obviously a matching price tag equipment, I always recommend that you just ask the baristas at the coffee shop where you're buying your coffee to grind it for you for the preferred brewing option that you have at home, instead of, you know, buying a super cheap one that is actually not going to get the job done. So once again, why are Comandante so appreciated? Well, obviously for the grinding technology that they have. What do we want from a grinder? Mainly for it to be consistent. What do we mean by this? It means that from start to finish, the coffee size, the ground that I'm going to get is going to be relatively the same one. The more consistent ground size I get, the better of a brewing experience and brewing technique I can build throughout. And that is why we invest in Comandantes, because this consistency that we're always talking about is an extremely good one. I don't have to think about, oh, this is going to be a lot more fines. I have to maybe grind different sizes. This part I should grind it this size, and then this part I should grind it this size. No, I don't have to think about any of that, because this does the job for me. The consistency is the key. This is why we buy an expensive grinder. Cool, so let's just go through it. So for the record, what I brew at home is the AeroPress. It is extremely versatile. I can take it with me wherever I want. I can brew most coffees on it, it being roasted for filter or for espresso. I just have to adjust the recipe that I'm working on, and I'm going to get a very good cup of coffee, and a very consistent one at that. Okay, so right now, since we just opened this one, we are on setting 0. Today we're going to be brewing a very nice washed Colombia roasted by Team Venderbo in Oslo, Norway. In case you haven't tried this roastery yet, I highly recommend it. They don't do extremely interesting coffees, generally speaking, but I never had anything bad from them. They're extremely consistent in that case. They're pretty transparent as a company as well, which is always good, especially for producers' countries. This one specifically is produced by Elias Roa in Finca Tamana. So we're going to see how that goes. Cool. You have probably heard about Acayas before, but that's fine. You know how it goes. I looked this one up before because obviously I haven't worked with it. I just opened it, this one as well. New grinder, new coffee. I guess that's how it goes. Yes. But I looked it up. I looked up their preferred options and recipes for this one, and it says 15 clicks on the Comandante, so that's what we're going to go with. Obviously, like I said, this one is in 0 right now, so we're just gonna go 15 clicks. My to-go option, like I said, being the AeroPress, and in case you didn't know, Team Venderbo is the person that started the AeroPress Championships. Oh my god, this smells amazing. I love coffee. This is great. Okay, yes. So their preferred way as well is also AeroPress, and that's why I looked up the recipe, and I'm actually going to be trying this one. Like I said, 15 clicks on the Comandante with 17 grams in. So we're just gonna measure out 17 grams. snap it inside. Reattach this. Pop it closed and start grinding. I'm just gonna start the timer just for us to see how long this takes, just out of curiosity. Seconds. Obviously, this is nowhere near a commercial one. This is not a Myconic. For example, yes, those ones are pretty fast. If you've seen any in the coffee shops where you just, you know, set your basket into place, start it off, and it takes like 3 seconds for it to grind. However, for a hand grinder, this is pretty fast. And I'm pretty sure I can go faster than this. However, I'm not extremely used to this whole movement. I don't do this every day. This is not my everyday routine. However, if you see Douglas grinding this one, it takes him like 15 seconds, which is pretty damn fast. It is pretty damn fast. Let's see how it looks. Smells gorgeous. Well, this was pretty much it. If you would like an actual review of this, if you'd like to see different grind sizes, different methods being tried with the coffee being ground on a Comandate, then just let us know and we can do that for you. Up until then, stay grinding and stay caffeinated.